let's talk about my top 10 reads. Top 10 books. My top 10 books. This is hard to choose. You make me choose my top 10 reads. It's almost impossible, but I've worked it out. We're gonna go first, some honourable mentions. As hard as this is, I wanted to fit all of these in, but I could not. So, some honourable mentions. First off, Gideon and Knights. The Locked Tomb series fucking slaps, man. It slaps like fucking no other. You're tripping the whole time, meant to be like that, but also the craft, the writing, the world, Gideon herself. As soon as I heard Maura Quirk say the first line of Gideon, I was like, fucking sold. And I was right. Call the Bone Ships. I love Tide Child, but Call the Bone Ships, I think, is the best one out of all three. I'm torn between book 2 and 3. They're very, very close, but I did book 3 on audio, and I think if I read them physically, my decision might change. I am going to reread that, and this could always update. Tainted Cup, fucking balls, man. So good. Just mystery, the magic system full of neurodivergent characters. There is nothing that you just don't love. All of the Realm of the Elderlings. And I know what you're thinking. Hold on tight. Hold your horses before you rage at me. Miss Percy's Pocket Guide books. They are so cozy with dragons, little dragons causing mischief around like a little village. Fucking love the shit. And then Promise of Blood. It has a special place in my heart. I know there are some criticisms about it. I still love it. It's fucking Tamas, man. Fucking Tamas. Now we get to it. I really do hope you can't pick up the neighbour's fucking lawnmower. If you do, sorry about that. I'm not at home. Can't really do much more about it. And it's such a nice day. And I'm not going to refilm this because fuck that shit. My number 10 book probably will be a surprise to no one if you know me. Wrath by John Gwynne. The ending to that series, like everything that the characters go through, like Veridus especially him, but like the ending did bring me to tears. It kind of reminds me like Return of the King ending, like, and you just end up crying because you come through all of this, and like there are people who pop their clogs, unfortunately, but things that happen, and then you're just like, oh, and you finally at the end, and they have what they want, and it's just lovely. It's fucking lovely. Then there's Rhythm of War. Now, with Rhythm of War, I DNF'd it first because I was listening to the audiobook at work and I was sobbing. I kid you not, in the back of the stable, hidden away from everybody else, I was literally curled up on the floor, like sobbing because of what Sanson did to Kaladin. So I had to put it down. I was like, I'm not in the emotional headspace to be reading this. It was making me cry so much. And to be fair, thinking about it, I probably should have put this up, but this is going to change. It's just going to change, mainly because of the ending, because of the reaction. Like, the last half of the book, I was just crying. I was crying through most of the fucking book, to be fair. Probably means it should be higher, but it's number 9. It's on my list, so I'm rereading it right now, so it might change. I might have to rank Stormlight next, but once I've reread it, especially with book 5 coming out. Ooh. Number 8, Ruin. Ruin is my all-time favourite after the Faith and the Fallen series, especially the ending, especially everything the characters go through. Maquin storyline, Corbin, fucking love it, man. Fucking shit in hell. One of those books where at the end you get to the ending and you're like, shit, you can't end like that. You cannot end. So you stay up till like 2 in the morning, even though you wake up at like 5-6 o'clock in the morning because you have an early fucking start. You stay up to 2 a.m. trying to read, but then you can't get to the point where you think your suspicion is right. So what you do, you skim. You kind of go, where to know if your suspicion is right, and then your suspicion is right, like, oh, okay, right, now I can go to bed, and I can then devour the story how it's meant to be devoured, not just like this fear-induced skim reading, panic fucking reading. 7, Oathbringer, because of the ending. because of the ending, I actually might switch the Rhythm of War and Oathbringer around. I am going to do that. It's my video. I can do what I want. I am switching them around. But anyway, because of the ending, you will not have my pain. Iconic. I fucking iconic. And then number 6 is probably the book that has made me cry the absolute most. That even thinking of the ending, thinking of it, is bringing me to. You can't see, but I've got tears in my eyes. It brings me to tears, and that's Assassin's Fate, the last book in the realm of the Elderlings. It sucker punch after sucker punch after sucker punch, like driving the knife deeper and just twisting and getting ready to twist. Most traumatic ending, and yet it was perfect for the story. Perfect, especially when you consider Fitz and his storyline and the fall and everything, just fucking everything. Number five, Fool's Fate. Oh, again, I cry. I mean, there's. Are you noticing a theme here? I cried. I fucking cried. But I just love how everything came together and the fall and Fitz's relationship bloomed in that book, especially across that series, that trilogy. I love how that was just done, and that's one of the reasons why. One of the reasons why that's number 5, and then number 4, surprising no one, it's Royal Assassin, the best fucking sequel ever to fucking sequel, apart from Words of Radiance. Honest to God, the ending of Royal Assassin will leave you traumatized, but also that's not as worse as the Realm of the Elderlings gets. So, but Royal Assassin, especially with what Fitz does at the end, how everything really starts hitting off. Fucking love that shit. Number 3 is Lord of the Rings. Has a special place in my heart. It just does. I grew up on watching the films, so it has to be in my top 10 because I reread it all the time. Whenever I feel stressed. Hello, cat. Hello, are you coming up? You can't see, but the cat is bugging me because there's no treats down here, and she wants a treat. But yeah, I grew up on Lord of the Rings. I used to watch it every weekend as a kid. Kid you not. Binge the whole thing. I don't care. Every time we'll be watching, oh, but Lord of the Rings, they're like, fuck's sake. I'm like, yes. Now that is really fucking loud. That is really fucking annoying. The first ones, they tie. They tie. If you know me, right? You fucking know. Words of Radiance is number 1. Obviously, the best sequel to fucking sequel. The ending, the payoffs, the satisfaction you get through that book, the journey of all of the characters, the ending. You know the ending, and I'm not talking about the big boss battle ending. I'm talking about the other ending with Adolin. I am talking the fucking right at the. Then, Will of the Many. Kid you not, I'm rereading it right now. This is the Will of the Many, right? I'm rereading it. When I first read it on audio, I was just hooked. I was transported. I was on fucking crack. I was under Wood of Lily's spell. It's so fucking good. Mm, It's like water to a man dying of thirst, right? Honest to God, nothing. I I can go on and on about the Wood of the Many. Just trust my recommendation when I say it's fucking good shit and to go fucking read it. That's my top 10 books. This is going to change. Obviously, it's going to change. Everything always changes. I'm a flexible person. It changes. It changes all the fucking time. But currently, as of May 2024, that is my top 10 books. Let me know what yours are down below, and I will see you in the next one.